So the bank is combating illicit financial flows and working on anti-money laundering in Africa through a two-pronged approach. First, at the internal level, through implementing fiduciary oversight and strong internal controls to ensure that the lending we provide to countries reaches its intended purpose. But then also working with our external stakeholders, strengthening governance across our regional member countries. We are working with regional bodies that are combating illicit financial flows to build their capacity, support them in conducting their oversight role. We're also working with financial intelligence units, building the capacity of people who are involved with this work. That includes prosecutors, judges, so on and so forth. Specific examples I can think of where we've been doing some work includes with the Eastern and Southern African body for anti-money laundering, where we help them put in place a monitoring system to track the situation within their regions. We've also supported the Gambia in actually setting up their financial intelligence unit, which they didn't have. And finally, also, I think it's important to talk about the work we do with in setting up partnerships that span even beyond the African continent, such as the Partnership for Illicit Finance, which includes 5 member countries, including the United States. And these are very important because one of the main things that coming out of this partnership is encouraging the setting up of national level action plans to combat illicit financial flows and fight and bring about anti-money laundering initiatives. All of this work has only really made us see that there is a big demand for our support and our help. So we're really looking at ramping up all our activities and projects that can aim to support the tackling of illicit financial flows on the continent.
Well, for the African Development Bank, I think that we are here to try to really promote inclusive growth when it comes to transformation of Africa. So we have for that what we call the high five. So money that we have is actually going to be geared towards those high five. First is very much close to Light Up Africa, Feed Africa, Integrate Africa, Industrial Africa. And the last one is actually to change the life of African people. So the fund that we have, both as far as loan or things that we have with regard to basically raising equities and all those things, or grants, are all going to be geared towards feeding and basically meeting those objectives. So therefore, if today we are going to not have a very strong governance system in place in order to ensure that our funds are not diverted, then it's like we are of course going to miss the boat. We're going to miss part of the ideal of the bank and the objectives of the bank. So for us, it is important to basically making sure that the markets are solid, that the trust that our partners have in us are indeed, fully met, and then of course that we meet our objective, the people that we actually serve. So that's why for us at the bank, it is important to invest and actually into illicit financial flow.